Time management. Be more efficient, be more effective. I really love this quote because many of us work other jobs or have kids or stay at home moms or homeschool, and so we have a lot on our plates. And we always are telling people how busy we are. But I love this quote because it says workaholics aren't heroes. They don't save the day, they use it up. The real hero is already home because she figured out a way to get things done. So that's what I strive for. I strive for finding out a way to make things happen and get things done. So the number one struggle leaders come to me with is questions on how to balance their life. They are overwhelmed or too busy with everything and they need to figure out how to balance. They ask for time management. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you can't manage time. There are 24 hours in the day. There's no changing that. Everyone has it. Also, you can't balance your time, so stop trying. Think about a scale. If you're trying to balance two things on a scale, both of those things are going to be average. Nothing is going to sail to the top above everything else and above everyone else. So stop trying to balance. Instead, work like a fisherman. A fisherman doesn't ask himself, how much do I need to fish? He looks at the day and asks, when do I need to fish? When do I need to get out there and maximize my opportunity and work really hard for this short amount of time to get the most fish? So since achieving balance is an impossible goal, instead, look at the ways that you look at your time every day. So instead of asking, am I spending enough time on this activity? Ask, when is the best time to be focused on this activity? Instead of asking, how can I fit more in? Ask, when is the right time to be completing these activities in order to maximize results? Focused effort is amplified by appropriate timing and regimented routine. I'll repeat that. Focused effort is amplified by appropriate timing and regimented routine. So did you know that there are seasons in U-Band? When we are aware of the season, we have a natural clarity about our priorities, and as a byproduct, we get amplified energy off of our results. Seasons aren't necessarily equal, but if you don't capitalize on the season that you're in, you will be frustrated by the results. An example would be recruiting in late November and early December. This is a hard time to recruit. It happens, but it's not a naturally easy time to recruit. People are busy with the holidays, so instead, focus on sales. If you give yourself a recruiting goal in December that's just off the charts, you're going to be disappointed, so instead, focus on your sales. Another example, if you just promoted out a lot of new team leaders, then make sure that they have what they need to be successful, but then go back and focus on your personal business and rebuild your central group. You're not leaving anyone in the dust, but you're just shifting your focus. So, who do we focus on? We have four main categories of consultants. There are new consultants, promotion-bound consultants, steady eddies, and quitters. The steady eddies are those people who run a book fair every few months for a certain school, or they have a party or two a month, or they like to just have a few mystery hostess parties throughout the year. They enjoy getting our product into people's hands, but they aren't necessarily looking to take it to the next level. Those are fine, but a lot of times they know what they're doing, and you might just check on them every once in a while, but you don't have to focus all of your energy into them. Then you have quitters. These are people who have obviously quit, but you do not have to keep hounding them. You do not have to dwell on this. If you dwell on the quitters, you are going to run yourself ragged. So instead, Let's focus on our new consultants and our promotion-bound consultants. This is where 80% of your sales are coming from anyway. So we want to focus 80% of our effort here. And they come in seasons too. You have a big rush of new consultants, and then you work on getting a few of those promotion-bound, and then you get a whole new wave. Do not multitask. On our team, we do not balance. We don't do two things half-heartedly. Instead, we shift focus from one task to another and give 100% to that task. Again, you're never leaving anyone in the dust. You're never ignoring a category, but in some seasons, that category might only require 1 hour a week, whereas during its peak season, it requires 8 hours a week. Shift successfully your focus and your energy from task to task. Being on schedule means having a routine within a season. One of the biggest ways we lose time and energy is thinking about where to go next. So you need to make sure that you have a focus, an overall focus of the season, as well as focus on your day-to-day tasks. What I like to do is at night, I sit down and I write down 3 things that must be accomplished that next day. You'll think that you'll remember these things, but you will not. So write them down. So when you're sitting there trying to figure out what to do or what you need to do next, you have something to reference. I always write them down, hardest to easiest. This was a really hard shift for me to do because no one wants to tackle the hardest thing first thing in the morning, but it really helps your day. Then also, know that you have to refuel. There are weeks when I work a lot. One week, I was just working what it felt like, 60 hours that week. And one of my leaders said, "Aren't you burned out?" And I thought about it and I said, "Well, I'm really tired right now, exhausted actually, but no, I'm not burned out." So I thought about why. And I said, well, this weekend we're taking the kids on a school picnic. The boys have a piano recital. My husband and I have an event for just the 2 of us to go meet some friends one night. And I'm taking my middle son to see a play in town. So I had blocked off that entire weekend for family. I will probably get up and work in the middle of it because I'm a workaholic. I'll get up early and work while the kids are still in bed. But during that time with my family, it'll be 100% about them. So not only will this refuel me for next Monday morning, but it's kept me going this week, knowing I have this amazing upcoming weekend with them. And also notice that none of those activities cost a whole lot of money. So schedule time for things that used to just fall into place. Things that used to just fall into place like a game night or family dinner. That might not be as easy to fall into place anymore. So schedule time for it. Get out of the house with kids. Take them somewhere fun. It doesn't have to be anywhere expensive, but just get out of the house because that will shift your focus completely away from work. Schedule a date night. Make sure you don't have your phone during dinner and schedule non-work hours that you're going to put everything away and just focus on your family. For me, I like to get out of the house during these non-work hours, but that's up to you. Many times we prepare ourselves and we prepare our leaders for thinking big, but we fail to prepare them for the effort that it takes to reach those big goals. Now, I'll just warn you, this is not something to replace your responsibilities as a parent or a wife or a mom. This is actually to make more time for the things you enjoy. So, for example, if you have your child on Mother's Day out until noon on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then you have uninterrupted hours to work. Then once she's home, you can more easily put the phone down and focus on her. So let yourself have a pizza night every once in a while. Get a babysitter for a few hours during the day. It will save your sanity. Hire a local college student to help you out with some weekly tasks like grocery shopping or anything that does not bring joy to your life so you can do the things that will bring you joy and that will fulfill your